Have you crashed an electric trike before? Here's what you need to know to prevent it from happening again. Stick around. Hey everyone, I'm Dustin. I have nearly 20 years experience in the bike and e-bike industry, and today we're going to talk about crashing an electric tricycle or a regular tricycle, how it happens, what you need to know, and how to prevent it in the future. Now, before I get into it, hit that subscribe button below. Stay in touch with us here at 630. Be the first to know about all the new content we're putting out, giveaways we're doing, of course, new product releases. Right here, I've got 3 awesome electric tricycles, our Every Journey 250, Simple Glide 750 watt fat tire, and our Easy Transit 750 watt folding e-trike, all linked in the description below if you want to check them out. All right. So a lot of people are scared of tipping over trikes and e-trikes. A lot of people, unfortunately, have tipped over a trike or an e-trike. Now, if it's happened to you before, I would love for you to share your story below. Always helpful to hear from other people about how it happened and what you think you could have done differently, or if you continued to ride, what you did do differently to prevent it in the future. Now, just like a 2-wheel bicycle, 3-wheel bicycles, there's obviously always some inherent risk of crashing or tipping, right? Or falling over on a bike. Now, tricycles are very balanced, easy to ride, but they ride differently than a 2-wheel bike. And the principles on how you shift your body weight, how you move, and generally just how they feel totally different than a 2-wheel bike. And oftentimes I see people that they come off of a 2-wheel bike. Now they think, they want a 3-wheel bike because they don't want to balance or they can't balance. And they get right into it without really properly understanding how to manage a 3-wheel bicycle. So they jump in, go out for the first ride, and then maybe they tip over, okay? So first things, oftentimes crashing happens because of tipping. Now, I've done a lot of videos on how to ride tricycles and e-trikes. If you want to check out our YouTube channel, they're all on there. But first and foremost, it's about balancing your body weight as you turn, right? So on a bicycle, you lean into the turns. In a tricycle, you're actually counter-leaning, right? So as you turn into a turn, you want to shift your body weight to the outside to ensure you keep these 2 wheels down. Now, the great equalizer on a tricycle is also speed. If you manage your speed around corners, you're never going to have an issue with tipping. It's when you come into a turn way too fast, you're going to tip. And now, again, that's important to know because on a 2-wheel bike, you want to come into turns and maintain your momentum in order to stay up on 2 wheels, right? And so you can speed up into a turn actually on a 2-wheel bike. On a 3-wheel bike, you want to slow down into the turn. Then when you're completing the turn, coming out of it, at that point you can accelerate and go faster. So different principles between 2-wheel bikes and 3-wheel bikes. That is often a situation where a lot of people tip over is the turning. Now, also going uphill or cutting across hills, that's important to be careful of as well. If you're going up a driveway, things like that, you want to make sure if you are going up an incline, don't stop in the middle of a hill on a tricycle. Also, if you are cutting across an incline, right, coming perpendicular to an incline, you've got to be very careful because if that grade is very steep, you have a risk of tipping over to the side, right? So on a 2-wheel bike, again, that's no problem because the 2 wheels will appropriately be able to manage cutting across an incline. But on a tricycle, it becomes a way more finicky situation. Now, again, if you lean into the grade of the incline, then you can keep all your wheels down. But if you are leaning away downhill, that is going to pick up those 2 wheels and in the back or one of them, and you have the risk of toppling over. Now, the other thing with riding any electric bike or trike is managing your pedal assist and your throttle. So a lot of e-trikes have a throttle. You want to make sure that in close proximity or when you're mounting and dismounting, you have the assistance turned off, right? You don't want to accidentally hit the throttle, press the throttle. You want to be very mindful of that. Some of our trikes actually have kill switches on the throttle that you can press. That kills the throttle, so even if you accidentally twist it or press it, it will not engage. So that's a nice safety feature to have as well. I've seen that occur where somebody accidentally hits the throttle, trike takes off, and they run into a curb, or they run into a wall, or maybe even a person. The other thing I will say is in in close proximities, if you're navigating tight spaces, turn the motor off completely. The pedal assist can be very powerful, even in level 1. It can be hard to manage if you're parking, if you're navigating tight spaces. Turn it off. That way the motor doesn't accelerate you unexpectedly and doesn't do anything that you wouldn't have wanted the trike to do, right? Once you get out of the small, tight spaces, then you can put the assistance on and you can start really enjoying that assistance on the open trail or the open road, right? But again, navigating tight spaces can be a little more challenging. Now, once you get comfortable, really figure out how to use it and you feel good about it, by all means, if you're ready, go ahead and do it. I'm a very experienced e-trike rider at this point. I still turn my assistance off when I'm parking and doing things like that because I just don't need the assistance for very short range movement. So I find it unnecessary. But of course, when I'm up going speed and I want to go 10 miles an hour, 12 miles an hour on a trail, that's when that assistance really becomes fun and enjoyable. So just be mindful of the assistance, be mindful of the throttle, and of course, be mindful of keeping all 3 wheels down on the ground. So I hope all those tips will help prevent crashes. If you've had a crash before, I hope you're okay and you were wearing your helmet, but please share your stories so we can help others be better prepared. Now, any other questions, like I said, put them in the comments or reach out to us, the team at sixthreezero.com, or call us 310-982-2877. In addition to that, all these trikes are linked in the description. Actually, we have some incredibly stable and balanced trikes. This one right here in the middle, our Simple Glide, is one of the most stable trikes with the fat tires and the elongated frame. Almost impossible to tip. I don't want to use the word impossible, but I think it is, but I'll say almost impossible. Now, in addition to that, we offer a 30-day test ride your e-trike policy. If you don't love it in the first 30 days, send it back. No questions asked, no money out of your pocket. Also, we have a location here in beautiful San Clemente, California, 1046 Calle Recodo Unit K in San Clemente. Come out, test ride any of our e-trikes and our e-bikes and find out which one you like. Also, we warranty everything for 1 year. Anything goes wrong in the first year, we take care of it, parts and labor. And lastly, join our community. We have a Facebook group called 630 Pedalers. There's thousands of members in the group. Join the group before you purchase so you can talk to existing riders, get their opinion to ensure you're making the right choice. Then when you have yours, post in the group, make friends, and finally download our app to track your rides and compete on the leaderboard. So, thanks for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey or experience. Enjoy the ride.